Well, welcome to Elvis Fans Matter. And we got another long list of questions. And we're going to answer them. And that's a fact. Jack.
All right.
All righty. Here's our question, lady. Danielle is on the scene.
I don't know how Danielle keeps up with all these questions, and
I have to jot them down and keep them in notebooks and stuff, and then if I forget my notebook, I'm screwed.
Well, yeah, we in trouble.
tattoo.
Says, let's see, do you guys prefer Graceland how it looks now or after Elvis's death, or did you like it how it was before his passing?
I liked it both ways myself. I think the red was a little too much, you know. I mean, but that was Elvis. I mean, that's what he wanted, and so you know.
See, I disagree with you.
Well, that's bad thing to do, because you know what happens when you get through.
I loved that loud colors and all that stuff that he did, and it was just like his personality. I mean, he didn't hold it down and make it look earthy and
Neutral.
smooth and neutral. He was with all the fur, you know, rugs and fur pillows, and of course, the first time I went to Graceland, it was like it was back in the beginning, and it was beautiful. I have to say, was that how it was when his mother? Because I didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't change it for
a long time.
A long time. Yeah. Maybe curtains and stuff like that. Sometimes he would, but no,
just during the holidays and different times. But the carpet, I loved. You know, all the Graceland's just a beautiful place anyway. You know.
This is true.
I liked it both ways too, but I liked it. I thought it should have been left like he fixed it last, because that was his choice.
She don't know that.
I do.
All righty.
What was Elvis's favorite go-to curse word to use?
Oh God, you know.
Let me say, when Elvis got on the road,
He made them up.
I don't think there was one left out.
No. Like he used to say, you know, these are just words. They're not really, I mean, so you could say car in a bad way,
right,
or donut, or, you know.
Well, that's how I feel. I
do
feel
too.
like they're, even though they may not be right, and people sometimes say, oh, well, women shouldn't say curse words.
It's a release.
And some of mine are just in regular conversation, but to me, they're just colorful content. They're just words. It's not, I don't mean anything harsh, but I say stuff maybe I shouldn't say a lot, but sometimes it makes me feel good.
It makes me feel real good. When I get on a roll.
Y'all too sick in the It's what I got to put up with right here.
But
just to start.
But you know, you think about it, and it's a word. It could be lemon, or it could be damn, or it could be, you know, anything. I mean, it's just, they're just words. As long as it's not about God. I don't like anything about, you know.
It wasn't uncommon for him to use.
Oh Lord, no!
Words.
Every other word. Okay. Don't even look at me, because you know it.
Were you trying to say that's the pot calling kettle black?
No. You know, believe it or not, I hardly ever said a cuss word back then.
What?
You're making it, though. Y'all making it sound like that's all he done. Went around cussing all the time.
No. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if he would tell a story, he wouldn't just, you know, he would
Or if he was mad about something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
He got on a roll now. He cut loose with all of them.
Now, he didn't
Right.
just go out in public and just say nasty, cussing stuff.
Right, I think that's what
you know,
Papa
he
means.
was
It wasn't
very respectful.
right. It wasn't like just sitting here talking and it was beat.
No,
It-
no,
but
no.
if he felt the need
Or if he was in a good mood or acting silly,
and acted right,
or he was telling something, he'd add a little bit of flavor to the
to the
story.
story, a little bit of spice. Okay,
But he was very respectful, especially in the presence of women
right.
and older women. You know,
and publicly.
yeah, publicly.
What do you all think? I said I'd ask it. What do you all think about people saying that Jerry and Priscilla were involved after Elvis's passing?
Fifth, I don't know. Jerry has a wife. You know, Jerry's married and has been. I think he's been married. What?
He's an adulterer. Adulteress. Adulterer.
No.
Whatever. No.
No, I don't.
Jerry's okay.
Jerry's a good guy.
They were always, you know, I think.
They were always
Jerry was
kind of
always
close, drawn
and-
together. I don't know from the very beginning. I think
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't know.
it's not a no.
It's nobody's
none of my
business.
you know.
No.
But I mean, it was never a public thing of them saying they were together.
No, they
or
never.
anything.
They never came out as they were a couple that I know of.
Right.
I
I mean, you do hear it and see it all the time.
Well, every time you
publicly,
see
but-
her at an event, usually Jerry's there.
Usually
But I
Jerry's
mean, you
there.
know, they're good friends.
Now, the only thing you got to worry about is when you try to separate them, that suction. I apologize. I didn't mean that.
No, but I mean, they are good friends.
They are
They've
good
been-
friends,
I
of
don't know
course.
anything about their life,
But
or,
yeah,
you know, like
That's-
that.
Yeah.
And that's their business.
And that is what I said.
Yeah.
There's, you know, that's their business. I said I will ask the question for video, but I mean,
I've heard that so
Jerry
much.
was with, you know, he was with Priscilla and Lisa. I mean, you know, he, you know,
He lived
took
in LA.
care of them, you know, having
Yeah, after
in a way,
Elvis
you know what I'm
passed.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Did Elvis ever see the 1973 Jesus Christ Superstar?
Not that I know
of.
of.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
We went when we were in California to see The Greatest Story Ever Told. Wasn't that the name of it?
Yeah. The movie.
The
yeah.
movie. We
Okay.
went to see that, and I remember sitting way up in a area, just Elvis's group together to see that, and that was he enjoyed that.
Did Dodger live at Graceland from the very beginning, and did Aunt Delta live there for a long time?
Grandma Presley, she lived there from Audubon Drive on.
Okay.
And Aunt Delta come around somewhere around in
Six.
mid-60s, yeah,
Okay.
after her husband died and all.
Okay.
Elvis, you know, took her in because they were always, you know,
Good to
Aunt
Elvis.
Delta and
Pat.
and Pat Biggs, they were, you know, always good to Elvis, you know, and
All right.
he never forgot, you know, stuff like that.
Good. All right.
And keep Grandma company too. So.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that Delta was her daughter. So
Okay, so they were
Yeah.
both there, and you said Delta took was one of the ones that watched Lisa a lot.
Yeah.
she was.
Okay.
Yeah. Delta didn't have any children of her own.
Okay.
So, and she was always crazy about Elvis. They used to come. I think I heard her husband, you probably know, was a gambler, and traveled around and did a lot of stuff like that. And Delta went with him.
Yeah.
And when they would come to see Gladys and Vernon, they always would bring presents and stuff for Elvis. So
Okay.
when he was little.
Okay. One question we got is, how did Elvis keep his shirts tucked in on stage with all the moving around and dancing? Or were they like one piece, like one, you know how sometimes somebody will wear like a bodysuit that tucks into their pants, and The only thing I can think is like exercise, and you know how women will have them in like at the crotch, they snap and they're tucked in so they can't pull. Was that how? Did he have shirts made like that, or like built to the pants so that they?
I don't think. I really don't. Couldn't tell you how he kept them.
How his costumes were.
Now, when it got to one-piece outfits, you know,
yeah, I mean the jumpsuits and the one pieces. But somebody said they just couldn't believe like that they weren't like somehow sewn into or snapped into the pants, or maybe down at the crotch. That sounds nasty, but crotch.
Well, see, he was like
so that they didn't pull.
He was like Elastic Man. I mean, he'd just fit right into it.
Because I mean, that's a lot of
moving. Him having the elastic put in his sleeves to keep the sleeves down.
But I mean, that's a lot of moving around and stuff. I mean, and it tucked in.
I don't think so. And then, like Billy said, the jumpsuits, you know, they were one piece, so maybe that's one reason he decided to do that.
Yeah. So that was an interesting thought. I know those
jumpsuits were heavy.
Well, that was an interesting thought, though. I mean, that's what the person that asked
said. About a lot of different things.
Like they said, you know, watching him move around, and it's like the shirts did not ever come loose or move a lot, and they said maybe they were snapped into his pants somehow or snapped down.
I don't know. He just always had a style, and he always looked good.
Yeah, I never saw anything like that in any of his clothes.
Never know.
You never know.
You never know.
It's magic. If not, they had to be a good hell of a length to not pull out.
I don't know. He might have tucked them.
I might have. I don't know, but I mean, I'm just moving.
He didn't wear underwear, so maybe he just kind of tucked them.
How do you know?
Everybody called just a guess.
But I guess that's all for this video on the questions. I do personally want to say thank you to everybody that throughout this school year that donated when Lainey had fundraisers. She just recently had one, and she was able to earn her customized jacket for band. But everybody that when we have fundraisers and the book club, book fairs at school, everybody that donates to help Lainey out, it really does make a difference, and it helps, and she's very proud of that. So she says thank you, and I want to thank everybody for including our family and thinking of us and helping out when we have that. It is very much appreciated. We do. We love y'all and we appreciate it.
Yes, and Monica and Russell.
Yes.
Your cards brighten up Billy's day. He loves them, and I do too. And thank you for the letter. I like stuff like that too. And
she's got a video that she sent to your messenger, Monica and Russell Finley in Texas, and she sent it to me, and I'm gonna show y'all today of the kittens that she was telling you about. They took in the stray mama and the kittens, and they're in her daughter's art studio, and so she sent a video to show. So
we're hoping that Billy goes to the doctor Monday. And we're hoping that we get some good news about that. He's not yet able to walk totally on his own. But
getting there.
You should have seen him planting our garden. Of course, the garden's about an acre big. Joey expanded it. And he rode on the side-by-side and planted and fertilized plants.
I used my walker when we was planting, some of the tomatoes and stuff.
But we always have a big garden. We depend on our vegetables and things because, times are rough, and we're not rich by any means, so we...
It's ride hog home, son. We ought to eat.
It's dog eat dog. But we like to put up vegetables, and I like to make pickles. My mother showed me how to can and make pickles and stuff like that, and I have to threaten people if they don't eat them.
Papa's absolute favorite is squash dressing.
Yes, squash dressing.
and
yellow squash dressing.
When they have
too much for squash.
No. So anytime we come down, he says, "Make sure you take some home now."
My vegetable soup. He always says
that is spaghetti. She don't know how to downsize at all. I mean, that suckers up, and I'm talking about a pot that's that gum high.
Well,
full of soup. And she's gonna feed it to me every day until
Until it's the last drop.
So I try my best to
But
get
you know,
anybody's
anybody-
here to take some with them.
When we were with Elvis, I didn't get to cook very much. It was breakfast out
Well, honey, you
Lunch out.
show made up for it since then.
and dinner out, and I didn't really know how to cook. So I've learned a lot of. I make great lasagna.
Well, I don't want to hurt your feelings.
He's dodging.
I do. I make. I always used to cooking for Danny and Joey. They always had friends over, and I made spaghetti and vegetable soup and all kind of things. And Daniel did growing up, and I just never cooked for them, just
A small
us.
group.
So when I make for Billy and me, and somebody comes by, he begs them to take some with you.
And with that, I guess we better close this one out, hadn't we?
Yeah, because I got some
Matter.
soup on.
And squash dressing.
Maybe we ought to continue. But remember what we always say.
Elvis Fans Matter.